Welcome back to Missing Time. If you're wondering why certain videos are so spaced out in comparison to one another when it comes to the time of release, if you're watching this in the future, it's just that several updates have applied after the initial release of this game back in August 2020. But here we are. A new character and its route has been included within this update. We've got a sneak peek towards this character, in the time goes on scenario where what would happen if you didn't save a certain character in a certain given time, but we didn't really get much from the new character. But with this new route, we'll be able to do that. Also, the biggest difference in comparison to the previous videos is that I am now applying webcam to these visual novel videos. Ah yes, Chiharu, the nicest one out of all of them, question mark. Shall we try out this club? Should we? I don't think so. Dearie me. Is this the first time, or maybe we should try a different club? We'll have to see how time transpires. Aha, the Journalism Club has openings. Ah, thank you, we shall go there then. Telling Chiharu, I smile. I think this would be much better for us, considering we just moved back here. No sense plunging into something so, hardcore immediately. Yeah, hardcore is definitely a word you could say about that. The correct word would be ridiculous. But I don't want to hurt Chiharu's feelings. She is still as easily flustered as I remember. And if nothing else has really changed from this, I mean, she still must be a scaredy cat too. Well, you're right. Sorry, I got a bit too excited. Yeah, paranormal club. Occult club, I mean. That's alright. So it's settled. Somebody's going to be on the differences between occult, paranormal, and supernatural. One has pancakes and the others don't. Okay, can we sign up for this, please? I must have a grin on my face despite the cancer's annoyed glare. You people just keep coming and going, don't you? He types up our name into the system and gives us a slip with the needed information. I snatch the paper from his hand and usher an apologetic Chiharu out. Right, our fate is set in stone. There is no way in which we're going to be joining the Occult Club now, are we? Possibly. It's just 2 stairs up, I think. Room 11C. Let's go then. Okay, so I remembered the other club, the Occult Club, being at some point in the furthest corner on the top floor. But will we encounter those other characters in the Occult Club? Just Ember? Because remember, if it wasn't for us, we wouldn't have persuaded Shizeo and Emery to join the Occult Club as well. And if you remember that, then obviously you would know that those 2 figures are quite important in the town. Hiya, welcome to Journalism Club. My name is Sumire. I'm your Vice President. Nice to meet you. I'm Chiharu. Nice to meet you. Please take care of us. Indeed. I'm Flare. Happy to be here. Awesome. If you could just take a seat, our prayers will go through our agenda and objectives shortly. Alright. The classroom is filling up quickly. Aside from myself and Chiharu, there are 10 other people here. Aha, enough to be a club. And it seems they're still expecting more. What, you expect this to be Doki Doki Journalism Club? I'm joking. Popular club, huh? Right, that's so nice. And the Vice President is so friendly too. And the President. There are a total of 17 members by the time everyone settles down. Standing at the front with Sumire is another second year, a dark-haired girl with glasses. She strikes a dramatic pose, fixing her glasses so the lens glint in the light. Greetings, fellow journalists. My name is Kanako Ichinose, and I am your club president. Where have we heard the name Ichinose before? I barely holding my laughter, pinching the inside of my arm to keep a straight face. Thankfully, Kanako doesn't seem to notice. Here in Journalism Club, yes, in Chiharu's last name Ichinose, we have the school papers, a blog, and all social media handles are under our care. The board does screen our stuff before publishing, of course, but other than that, we have full reins on the topics and contents, because in this school, you are required to join at least 1 club. Our main topics for this first year's issue will cover assembly, back to school, and points of interest in Komachi, occult. If you have ideas for an independent article, please come forward and chat with Kanako or myself. Yeah, we have a question. There's an occult club upstairs. I think they're looking for some coverage. We usually split the club into two teams. Traditional team and digital team. Okay, that's pretty neat. The names are pretty self-explanatory. Traditional team will focus on our quarterly issues, while the digital team will be taking care of our blogs and social media. Our blogs update once a week in video form. And you've got to have experience in Adobe Premiere or Sony Vegas in order to be within that compartment of the club itself. Department, I mean. And twice a week in written form. We try and maintain our social media to post once a day or once every 2 days. But once a day is more preferable, but once every 2 days is minimal. Sumire is in charge of our traditional team, and yours truly is in charge of the digital team. In our first 2 weeks, we will split the newbies into small groups with one senior member to show you the ropes. Myself and Kanako here will be noting down your preference for either group at the front. Please consider your preference and what you would like to learn or experience during your time with us. As murmurs start rising around the club, I lean over to Chiharu. They're organised, huh? It's a decent-sized club, so it's good to know the leaders have a handle on things. It sure is reassuring, really. And here we're about to have us join that dodgy occult club. Flare, don't be mean. Goodness sakes, teasing us. They never really changed. I have missed that laughter of yours, or teasing of you, Chiharu. Sorry, old habits. Chiharu wrinkles her nose at me, decided not to embarrass her further. I changed the subject. So, which part of the club would you like to participate more in? Traditional or digital? Well, I do spend quite a bit of time on social media. Well, not like I post or update a lot, but browsing. But I do like reading stuff from other people. So, a lurker. Gotcha. Flare. More TC, sorry. So you prefer the digital side? Maybe, but that's a bit, I don't know. It sounds like it's the easier route. I'm not so sure about that one. But I don't know if I can handle the stress of having to come up with a new topic every day. Yeah, it makes sense. At least with the traditional side, you'll have the time to really perfect what you write about and have others' inputs before it's published. Yeah! Plus, like, it's the journalism club, right? I feel like we'd learn a lot if we go with the traditional route. Right. Chiharu, always second-guessing herself. Come on, Chiharu, have more faith in yourself. Yeah, that makes sense. Shall we then? Alright. We'll go ahead then. Surprisingly, the two of us are the first to go to Sumire's desk. Isn't she charged of the digital? I think Sumire here is probably the most weeb character out of all the main ones. Hey there! Interested in traditional media? Yes. Yep. We would like to sign up to the traditional team, please. Also, just for clarification, Sumire is younger than the other characters, and also underage, considering if there are anybody out there who is thinking of that kind of route. No way. Right, it's so rare to have seniors join the traditional team, thanks. Really? Can't blame them though. Exam season can get terrifying. But then again, everyone prefers digital media these... No, not everyone. Don't you dare put a banner over everybody, Sumire, for goodness sakes. There are people out there who prefer traditional stuff. Like, let's say, the older people. We just want to learn more about traditional media. Just. That's great. Always amazing to have new enthusiasts join the field. Talkative, isn't she? Oh yeah, you two are the new transfer students, right? Yeah, that's correct. Oh, yes. We are. How did you know? Yeah, how did you know? How do you know, Sumire? I'm an inspiring investigator, don't you know? Yeah, but that doesn't explain how. Taking in the baffled looks on our faces, Sumire giggles. Yep, I'm just pulling your legs, relax. I haven't seen you two around, that's all. Kamachi's a pretty small town, don't you know? It's just a small town girl with a star on her hair. Right. You got us there, indeed. Yeah, we used to be from here, but we moved away a while back. Like, separately, obviously. Yeah, we just recently moved back. Oh, wow, welcome back then. Right, let me just take your names, emails, phone numbers, bank details, your social security details, the 3 numbers on the back of your card, and your mother's maiden name, and you'll sign up to traditional team. Thank you. Alright. Would you prefer to stay in the same group? Oh, yes, please. Alright. Okay, we're going to be sending out groups and assignments by the end of tomorrow. Would you be available this weekend for a group assignment? Yeah. I'm free. Same here. Perfect. Make sure to check your emails and give either myself or Kanako a call if there's a schedule change. Thanks. Thank you. I feel like the ownership are going to be particularly involved in this. To our great disappointment, Chiharu and I didn't get assigned to the same class. Our one consolation is that we're only 2 rooms away from each other. It doesn't deter Chiharu's happy mood, though, evident in the bounce of her steps on the way home. Sumire is so nice, isn't she? Right, everyone is so friendly too. Everyone. I think we're going to have a great time here. Great time. Though... No, Chiharu, stop. Stop. We're not going to that route. We're not going through that timeline. We're not going to suffer through all of that. No way. If you play through the game, you know that that is what Shizaya would want. For us to be locked into this never-ending timeline. Sheesh, Chiharu. Sorry. Well, if you're so curious, you can always sign up to that one, right? There's no rule against signing up to more than one club. Don't. Yeah, but I don't think it would be smart to do. Yeah, exactly. Good idea. Don't be smart. How come? I mean, it is our last year in high school. Have to think about university exams and stuff. Oh, you're right. Yep. I wouldn't have thought about joining a club and all if it's not a school requirement, really. It's a good thing, though. This way we get to meet lots of people. That's true. Very true. I was skeptical about the requirement, but Sumire, Kanako, and the rest of the club changed that. While Kanako's anime protagonist vibe can be a bit extra, yeah, it definitely has a bit of an anime vibe to it. Her. Actually, to both characters. I can see that she and Sumire are committed to make sure that everyone have a good experience. Neither of them were too pointed with the introduction and didn't try to make everyone friends right on the first meeting. Exactly. You gotta gently mellow people together. If I'm perfectly honest, the journalism is a little bit crowded for me, but getting to split up into teams and then smaller groups makes it easier. Do you still have a lot to unpack, Flare? Oh yeah, most of my stuff is still in boxes. Boxed up, just in case I need to move away from a certain occult activity coming from this area. Having club activities this weekend is a perfect excuse to not do it though. Flare! I'm joking. I would like to get it done on Saturday morning though, otherwise Mom would... Okay. Well, it's something that should be done sooner than later, exactly. Put your mind on to... From mind to pen to paper sooner. That's true. I have to find my lunchbox eventually. Can't eat school sandwiches forever. Oh? Well, if it's not too much, I can always make lunch for a while. Chiharu, you don't have to. I've heard Chiharu's lunches are delicious, though. If you don't mind, that is... Why are you flushing? Why would we decline that? Like, that's a silly thing to decline, except... Maybe there's some perks to not accepting her lunch. Do we want to pressure you, though? That's the problem. You know what? We're going to go the devil's advocate route. No, I can't do that. But... Don't take me so seriously, Chiharu. Mum's already packs me something. Otherwise, I can always pick up leftovers from dinner. Oh? Tell you what, we can sit together for lunch. I'll let you see for yourself how well I eat. Alright. But if you let me know if you need food, you hear? I don't mind. I've improved lots since we were kitchen. Yeah, I remember it would be the case that the protagonist was like a guinea pig. I will, don't worry. If you don't know the story between these two, they're kind of childhood friends. Well, not kind of, they definitely are childhood friends. Chiharu really is too good for this world, just like cats and dogs are. I'm just glad that After all these years, I'm not implying that Chiharu is a cat or a dog, by the way. Her kindness hasn't changed at all. It's heartwarming to find something so familiar and reassuring in a place I barely know anymore, even though it's so familiar. Whoa! Yeah, what's going on here? On our first morning in Kamachi High, Chiharu and I ran into a little problem. While we don't have trouble finding each other, we get a little lost trying to find the cafeteria. As a result, by the time we get there, all the tables are filled. God damn it, looks like we're going to have to sit outside. Ah, back of the school? Maybe. Oh, something happened. And... oh, hello, crap. Cheerleader, sorry. Owie. Sumire, are you alright? Yeah, sorry, didn't see you. It's our fault. We shouldn't be standing around at the entrance. No problem. Whoa, the cafeteria is filled, huh? It sure is filled. You've got to call it filled, that is. Yeah. Oh man, my first day and I'm already late. Oh well, hey, you two want to come sit with me? Huh? Sure. Perfect, follow me. Where are we going? The gym. Alright, we'll be here then. I've not heard this soundtrack before. Why not? It's always empty around this time. Are we allowed to be here? There's no rule saying we can't. Yeah, but it's like saying, let's put this uranium rod inside a microwave and see what happens, because none of the instructions on the microwave which it came with says that you can't do that. Nobody's using it anymore. Okay, anyway, you're a troublemaker, I can already tell, Sumire. With bouncy steps, Sumire leads us to the benches. Exchange a look, we follow. Chiharu decidedly more cautious. So you're in cheerleading too, huh? Yep, I'm the new captain of our cheer squad. Go... I see. This game is made by Fluttering Abyss. I wonder if there's going to be a rival team called Team Abyss. Go Team Fluttering! I didn't even see it on her shirt as well. That's impressive. Congrats. Aw, thank you. Not as impressive as your bento, though. Sumire isn't wrong. Chiharu's bento box is a sight to behold. There is a variety of food inside, including a vibrant crayfish salad, katsuni sushi, handmade gyoza, and some sort of cold soba with a side of braised pork. There are even some strawberry dafuki and fresh fruits. I thought strawberry was a fresh fruit. I know what it means. Well, this is a lot. Did you make all of this? You did, didn't you? You were hoping to share it with your best friend. Wow, that looks delicious! I'm jealous. We can all share. I'm not good with portion counts. Portions, really? Thank you, Chiharu. Yeah, thank you. Enjoy. This sort of thing is so good with friends. Chiharu wasn't lying. Not that she ever would. The food is delicious. The salad is fresh and crunchy. The sushi is perfectly seasoned. The gyoza are packed with flavors, and the soba is smooth and fragrant. Must have taken you ages to prepare all of this. Like, ages? Not at all. I prepared the tofu skin for the sushi the night before, and the gyoza I made for dinner last night too, so... All of this is handmade? Chiharu, you're so talented. It's nothing really. Come on, you're kidding me, Chiharu? You're awesome. Flag, don't tease me like that. I second that, man. My mum will cry happy tears if I could cook a fifth as good. Between our praise, Chiharu is getting steadily redder and redder. She does seem happy though. Squaring a little embarrassment, but can't hide the tiny smile that's curling up her lips as Sumire and I enthusiastically dig in. Unsurprisingly, we finished the content of Chiharu's bento box before we could finish half of ours. Thank you for the meal. Thank you, Chiharu. No problem, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm so glad Chiharu chose to join our club instead of a cooking club. We'll get all this good food for ourselves and none of the cattiness. Cattiness? What do you mean by the cattiness? Huh? Okay, so we've got ourselves another choice, and you know what that means? We're saving the game before we go back in to make a choice. Praise Chiharu. Our Chiharu is the best. Don't be like that. Gotta give credit where credit's due. But yeah, we're not talking about the cooking club, okay? They're mean. Flare is right. I'm not being prejudiced. I know what is said in there when Chiharu tried to join that club. They think that, I don't know, Chiharu's parents are rich and therefore they made the meal for her and then stuff like that. Like, rich people have talents themselves, you know. They're not just made of money. So, hope I'm not intruding, but you two seem pretty close. Oh yeah, we grew up together, really. It's not just childhood friends, but we're kind of like family as well. Oh, no wonder. Did you both move away together? Well, no. Flare and family moved away first, and I shortly after. Yeah, we haven't seen each other since... until now, that is, actually. Whoa, a happy coincidence, huh? It's almost like fate put these two together. It's like the coincidence is meant to mean for something else. But not in this timeline. This is going to be a happy ending, with no curses or anything like that. Hopefully. Yes! You can say that. It works out for us, thankfully. I'm glad. Giggles. Oh, somebody... Taken by surprise, Chiharu drops her, luckily empty lunchbox. Or spin a look around at the door. A white-haired... Oh, no. Let's see now. White-haired. Red eyes. Flickering her hair over her shoulders, obviously. There's only one person can fit this description. Look, would you just get out of here, okay? This timeline is not for you. Pancakes. I thought so. Whoops. Didn't know the room's occupied. Do you have lunch here as well? Ah, hi, Shizeo. Hey, Sumire.
Oh.
I see you've acquainted with... You have to word it like that. As if we're your prey. Go away. Hi? Flare, Chiharu, meet Shizeo Onishi. Shizeo, Flare, and Chiharu are new club members. Okay. What? What the hell? What? Shizeo's joined this club as well? And she snatched them up for her club too? Sumire really is something. She isn't... Oh, random choice. It was a random choice. It's not like we got anything else to join. Actually, yeah, because we didn't meet up with Emery and Shizeo within the other timeline, so therefore, in this case, we would never intercept them about the Occult Club. It was a random choice. Oh no, we got put into a journalism club randomly. We're glad we were them, though. Wait, we're glad we are with them, though, right, Chiharu? Oh, I see what it means by now. Huh? Ah, yes. Oh, guys. Shizeo gives the three of us an eerie chuckle. Well, since I ran into you guys here, let me welcome you to the Kamachi High, Flare and Chiharu. Hope you stay with us will be pleasant, and hopefully we don't run into any of your antics, Shizeo. Thanks. I'll get out of your hair now. Enjoy the rest of your break. And if my sister asks about me, none of you ever saw me. Capiche? Emery? Sure thing, Shizeo. Wow, it's almost like you're meant to be elsewhere. As sudden as her appearance, Shizeo flounces out of sight just as quickly. What was that about? Oh, Shizeo is a bit weird. That's an understatement and a half. What do you mean? Oh, she's probably the most popular girl at school, but she has her own quirks, yes. Girls like that tend to. Sorry, girls like that tend to, but I don't say it aloud. You're friends with her? Sumire shrugs. I hang out in one of her circles, so I guess. Shizeo knows absolutely everyone at school, though. If you ever want to meet someone through a mutual, you go to Shizeo. Yeah, I'd like to ask a question about Emery. Why is she so cold to everyone? Why, you weren't kidding when you said she's popular. Her sister, though, Emery, is a bit strange herself. In what way is she strange? What do you mean? Sumire opens her mouth but is rudely interrupted by the school bell. It's almost like Emery knew that somebody's going to talk fishy about her, so therefore the school bell rang intermittently. She sighs, but flashes us a brilliant grin. To be... Not that meme again. Remember to check your email today. Thank you. Alright. See ya. See you later, alligator. We part ways before the stairs. Sumire off to change her clothes and we're back to class. Despite the interruption towards the end, Chiharu's good mood persists. Sumire is really friendly, huh? Yeah, she seems nice. It's so nice to make a friend this early on. Indeed it is. It's not just the two of us. You don't mind hanging out with a lower classman? Not at all. I mean, it's fine as long... Exactly. It doesn't matter how old they are. It's a matter if they're nice or not. And that's coming from a friendship stance. That's true. See you after class, Flare. Yep. And off we go to our respective classes. The rest of the week went by surprisingly busy. They weren't joking when they said senior year is the busiest year in a student's life. I bet I managed to catch Chiharu between classes during the week, and we somehow missed each other during lunch every time too. I was planning to catch up with her today, but Mum woke me up early to unpack the rest of my stuff. How dare she, but it is necessary. Seems like I'm not catching any break today. Grumbling, I flip open a box of winter clothes when my phone rings. Too happy for any kind of distraction, I hastily tap answer. It's Chiharu, and she sounds vaguely upset. Is this about the Occult Club? Flare, have you checked your email? No, why? Me too, I completely forgot till this morning. It's the journalism club. It takes me half a minute to figure out what she's talking about. Aha! Oh, crap! Yes, we're paired with Sumire too. That's a coincidence. Oh no, what time? An hour at, Cafe... Cho? Oh man, I'm always gonna be so mad. I'm supposed to be unpacking, but I've got this meeting to go to. I'm sure she understands. Worried colours, Chiharu's voice now. But it's for school, so she'll understand, right? It's alright, I'll see you then in a bit, Chiharu. Okay. Hanging up, I curse under my breath. A quick search shows that Cafe Shushu is by the mall. Halfway across town, I barely have the time to make myself presentable before running out of the house. My mum yelling behind me. Flare, what are you doing? What about packing? It's school stuff. I'll finish unpacking when I get back. Love you, bye. Flare. This is the first time we hear from the protagonist's mom at all. Or any of her parents, actually. As I stumbled off the bus, looking frantic, Chiharu's voice is a soothing balm to my soul. Hey, Flare, over here. I jog over to her, a bit out of breath. I ran all the way to the bus stop, missed the bus, so I took a shortcut to get to the next stop before the bus got there. Needless to say, I'm a little more than just frazzled. Whew, I'm not late. Am I? No, just on time, actually. You didn't rush too much, did you? Yeah. From the sweat on my forehead, I didn't rush too much. I'm fine. You didn't wait long? I just got here too. Are you sure about that? Let's go then. Hell yeah. Cafe Cho is tucked on a quiet street just behind the mall between two banquets. The shop front is cute and elegant, with a large shop window decorated with potted flowers. Though Chiharu is half excited, half nervous, gesturing, what I could really spot is Sumire waiting for us at one of the tables. Ducking my head embarrassed, I quickly follow Chiharu inside. Ah, this kind of cafe. Hey, over here, guys. Another track I haven't listened to yet. Noticed within the game. Hi, Sumire. Morning. Sorry we're late. No worries, it's only been 5 minutes. Late. Sumire passes over two menus. I recommend the Momo set and the Chai set. The chiffon cakes here are chef kiss, and the Chai set's cappuccino is so fluffy. But if you haven't had lunch yet and want a light meal, the Churro set is perfect. Well, you must come here a lot, huh? You can say that. Oh, the Maminji pancakes sound so good. They are. They're red velvet pancakes. Hopefully Shazeo doesn't enter at this point in time. I think I'll be having this set. Good choice. Once our orders are decided, Sumire flags down someone to help us. Wait, red pancakes and flags. Red flags. I think we entered a bad timeline. It is only when the waitress arrives do I realise something about cafe. Yeah, is it a maid cafe? Why did I even question myself, for goodness sakes. I fumble a little when it's my turn to order and can't help but staring a bit when the waitress retreats. Nah. I was just so excited about the order that I ordered. I've never... Yeah, let's just take them... I've never been to a maid cafe before. Embarrassed, I scratch the back of my neck. Sorry, I've just never been to a place like this before. Taken by surprise. Oh, really? Yeah, just never saw the appeal. Besides, it feels weird going on my own to a maid cafe. Yeah, either way, it's weird. It's my first time too. Aw, you two are too precious. Okay, Sumire. Obviously, you would choose a place like this. You're not what you would call a nervous lass, are you, Sumire? Anyway, sorry, Sumire, for not responding to you earlier. We just got buried in schoolwork and it just slipped my mind. Hey, don't worry about it. That's why I shot you a text. Thank you. So you'll be our senior instructor, huh? Yep. How the tables have turned, huh? I can't help but laugh at the irony. Chiharu giggles. Well, we wouldn't have any other way, yes. Be a lower classman guiding the upperclassmen. Aw, you guys are too cute. Alright, so let's dive right into business, shall we? Sure. Charles always so prepared. Has whipped out a pink notebook with a bunch of cute stickers on it. Sumire immediately coos over it, making Charlotte blush before clearing her throat. Right. So I know you guys have just been back and all, so you might not be familiar with the more technical side of school. We're talking about sporting events, other club activities, field trips, etc. If you're interested in that stuff though, it's a good medium for you to get used to all of it and know more about Komachi. Sounds good. Do we have other options? Yep, the other option is to make articles surrounding the student body, like the newest trends, popular hobbies, voting for Teacher of the Month, things like that. For some of these topics, you would be working closely with the digital team. They'll be posting related subjects to hype up the next issue. We don't do this for profit, but it's nice seeing others excited for our labour. Yeah, do you do it just for experience, or do you do it more or less for the financial benefits? Plus, a great boost to your portfolio. Exactly. That's the main thing about it. That's true, we'll do our best. Yeah, you can count on us. Yay, thanks. And here comes the stuff. Our food arrives then. The spread is vibrant with a delicate savoury selection of mini lobsters, rolls, cucumber, chicken royale and egg sandwiches, strawberry chiffon cake, fluffy red velvet pancakes, a positively sparkling trifle, and gorgeous steaming hot drinks. I mean, what more could you want? What? What are you waiting for? Dig in. Thank you for the food. For a while, the only noises around the table are the clinking of utensils and our appreciative humming. Sumari's recommendation is spot on. The food here tastes divine. I already have a theme that Chiharu will be dragging us here any chance she gets, and I won't have a compliment at all. I wonder how they got the chiffon cake so light and fluffy. Chef's secret, would you like the recipe? Yes, please. Are you sure? Yeah, I'm sure the chef wouldn't mind. We're friends after all. Wow, you really do go here a lot, huh? Well, she trails off, suddenly distracted by something. I have a sneaking feeling that Sumire works here. Curious, both me and Chiharu follow her gaze. Oh. Great. The last person we thought we would encounter in this route. Like, honestly. We have here Shizeo and Ember. We obviously can't hear what they're saying, but the tall girl points an accusing finger at Shizeo, who snaps, causing the tall girl to recoil and back away. Shizeo throws the tall girl one last glare before flouncing away with what I assume to be a frustrated shout. The tall girl turns the other direction and storms off as well. Great. What was that all about? Seems like Ember's picked her new target to torment this year. Okay, so this is the light we're going to give her this time around. Ember? Yeah, that other girl, talking to Shizeo. That's Ember, the scariest girl in school. A highlight. A burn on our name. I meant burn as in like ember, as in like a flame. I can see that. Is she a bully or something? Sort of. She has a notorious temper and caused so much discord around school last year. We use Discord as a means to communicate with others. The app, not the means of causing discord. Oh dear. Yeah. But if she picked Shizeo, then Ember is in a difficult time. Shizeo doesn't look it, but she's one tough cookie. Ask about the drama or ask about Shizeo? There are so many different choices here. I wonder if there's going to be different outcomes here. It could be. I mean, with the amount of choices, there definitely are other endings. Ask about the drama. That Ember sure does sound like trouble. What kind of discord does she cause? Well, Sumire leans close, speaking in a whispered, conspiratory tone. Ember is a senior like you guys, so I didn't know about her before last year, but her reputation precedes her. So Ember's like super athletic, but she got kicked out of the sports teams due to her aggressive behaviours. She's been known to hit her own teammates before, and even threatening teachers. Last year when I just joined the cheer squad, I saw her throw a bottle at one of the track members. So a delinquent. Sumire frowns. You can say that. I tried to talk to her once, but she called me names even though we never spoke before. That's just what you would call prejudice. I stopped trying since. Yeah, first impressions are very important, and if that's the first impression you give to someone else, then it's most likely you don't want to talk to that person. If they're rude to you, that is. But that's... why is she so mean? Sumire shakes her head. Look, Chiharu, don't you ever try and get the factor of trying to befriend her in this timeline, okay? This timeline, this is meant to be the good timeline in which you will never die in, okay? Or never been attempted to be killed by her. So for goodness sakes, please, whatever you do, do not try and befriend Ember, okay? Okay? Don't know, but... she looks around, leaning even closer. Both Chiharu and I mimic her, actually waiting for what our Sumire might know. So, last year, a couple of really scary stuff happened. A bunch of people went missing from school, and some of them were suicides. Very creepy. And they're not suicides as well. Something relating towards a paranormal hellhound being, which is Ember. Sorry if this is the first time you're watching this game, but I'm looking at this as if you've watched my previous 14 videos on this game, looking through the other routes which were previously released, and then this update came along, which updated on the 22nd of May 2021. What does it have to do with Ember? I'm getting there. So there was this club, and Ember was part of it. All its members were amongst the missing people. Ember is the only member of the Occult Club that hasn't gone missing last year. So what you're saying is that Ember is somehow involved with the disappearances of them. My stomach drops, goosebumps rise all over my body as deep shudder spears my muscles. What the hell? Chiharu and I exchange a similarly terrified look. We don't need to say anything to know what the other is thinking. But thank goodness we didn't sign up to that club. Yeah, what? I tell Sumire what happened at the councillor's office. Her expression immediately darkens. What the hell? That's so irresponsible. I can't believe they still let that club operate after last year's diabolic debacle. Yeah, and we almost accepted because we didn't know. Ah, we can ask multiple things. Lovely. Actually, we don't even need to save. Although there could be something about asking about one thing first. Okay, ask about Shizeo. Shizeo really does know everyone, huh? Yeah, that's why I get why she tries so hard to build an image of herself. For herself, you know. Having an assistant like Emery can be difficult. Ah, so now we could learn about Emery. She is the town shrine maiden. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that you guys haven't been here in a while. Emery is a head priestess of the Onishi Shrine, a pretty important figure in town, and at such a young age too. Because if you know about the shrine story of each head priestess, they don't live a very long life because the amount of energy that is used up to be a head priestess is such an immense amount of energy, it literally ages you. But Emery is an exception in this case because she is siphoning Shazeo off that energy so that she can live longer and be the head priestess of the energy shrine for longer. But of course Emery is oblivious to that because that was the working of the predecessor of Emery, which is her mother, their mother. Oh wow. Emery is the head of the Onishi. She's not just important in name, she has lots of duties revolving around the shrine and the town. So it was a huge surprise when she decided to go to public school instead of being homeschooled after her mother passed away. Oh. Oh dear. Yeah. Being the youngster of the two, Shazeo reportedly doesn't have a lot of duties herself, but one can imagine it is difficult to stay in the shadow of such a great older sibling. Yeah, I definitely don't envy her. But she is handling herself alright. Right? Yep. Emery might command the authority, but Shazeo commands the school. People have mixed opinions about Shazeo, but nobody can deny her charms. Yeah. Personally, I think Shazeo is great. Yeah, I think she's great as well. You really admire her, huh? She definitely is very charismatic. Yep. It could also be seen as a facade of sorts. Sumire straightens herself on her seat, clearing her throat. So, got a bit carried away there. That's alright. And I think that's the end of the choices dialogue. Right, so we should decide what you guys want to do in the club. Of course. What do you think, Flare? Why is the writing in cyan or turquoise? I ponder over the options for a moment. Ooh. Okay. Either way could lead us to the occult-related activities going on around the town. Hobbyists would be interested in people's activities, but official might leak into the factors of what is officially going around in town. I think hobbyists could be more related to around Shazeo's arc in this particular endeavour, while official articles could be related towards Emery's arc of these endeavours. Just thinking of like official being something that would be more related to Emery and hobbyist would be more socially relatable towards Shazeo. That's what I'm thinking. Let's go hobbyist articles. RBS. I think smaller, more casual articles would best suit us. We are in senior after all, not a lot of time to tackle bigger projects. You're right. Besides, they'll give us the freedom to write about things that we want to. Yep, I'm sure people would appreciate a recipe or two from you, Chiharu. I'll do my best. Yay, that's settled then. Sumire taps down our choice quickly on her phone. She flashes up a thumbs up. Us a thumbs up. We have a smaller budget from the school from the traditional team. If there's something you need the expense for, let me know and I'll see if we can get you clearance, alright? Thank you. She really is like a senior for us. Oh, of course. Our first issue is going to be published for midterm, just before the exams. I forwarded you both a list of standard topics and the last two seasonal issues. If you have an idea, the two seasonal issues from previous so that we can get like an idea of like the structural format of the issues themselves. If you have an idea for a topic that's not listed, let me know. If it's about the occult that's going on around these parts of town, then we'll be sure to fill you in for previous timelines will do. So what kind of format would you accept for submission? About that. Sumire pulls up some files on her phone and starts instructing us on how to construct an article. A lot of it is self-explanatory, like the format Chiharu asked about, and how to acquire photos, citation sources, and annotations. References and stuff like that. While Sumire is easily excitable, she is surprisingly thorough with all her explanation, concise with her instructions. It is hard to believe that this is her first year being an instructor, and it's clear Sumire takes her tasks very seriously. She is a very motivated individual. She has a note or an example ready to go whenever a question is asked, or whilst staying very respectful. It takes about an hour for us to go through all the instructions. Chiharu has been diligently writing down everything. Ever the attentive student. Alright, that's about it really. Thank you for listening to my rambling. I would never be able to write down notes for about an hour. I could write notes for about 5 seconds before I'm behind on everything, because I need to try and word everything word for word from what the lecturer is saying, because I'm not able to paraphrase it in a way that is shortened. Thank you for helping us. Glad to be in your case, Sumire. Aw, you guys. Let me know if you have any other questions. Send me an email or text, whichever works for you. Will do. The next meeting will be on Friday. You can submit your topic ideas then, and we can brainstorm the article together. Sounds good. We'll come up with something for you then. I'm counting on it. Are we going to be the ones that will change history? As we fall into a more regular rhythm at school, Chiharu and I often lunch together, sometimes joined by Sumire and even Kanako, But of course, if it's at the gym, then we'll most likely run into you-know-who with the pancakes. We have taken to eating at the gym. Sumire calls it our secret gathering, and gets a giggle out of Chiharu every time. It's a good location, quiet and not frequented by many during lunch break. Sometimes there are other groups coming, but they never bother us and we never bother them. Lovely. Sumire has been a breath of fresh air, friendly and energetic. She makes everything seem a lot more welcoming for us. Sumire can chat up a storm about almost everything. And as I have found out, Chiharu seems oddly fascinated with gossip despite her shyness. I guess being so quiet makes you a good listener, because you're able to absorb more information rather than somebody who's always talking. Shizeo. It's a bit endearing to watch Sumire talk animatedly about some news stories from her cheer squad, and Chiharu drinking it all in. On Wednesday, however, her story isn't a good one. What's happened then? I know something is up when Sumire shows up late. Almost halfway into lunch break, Sumire is often late due to her busy schedule, but only about 5 minutes. 10 if she is terribly swamped, but never this late. Oh dear. Her face is drawn and pale, and she is shaking a little when she slips onto the bench next to us, practically collapsing over. Sumire, what's wrong? Something happened. Are we already within the second chapter of the game and that death happened? I've forgotten the name of the student, but it would have been the student that was, the one that would have bullied Chiharu in the cooking club. But then again, that couldn't be possible because Ember would have known about it. And Ember would have known about it because Chiharu and Ember in this case are not friends. So it had to be a death, but not her. Alarmed, I put a comforting hand over her shoulder while Chiharu rubs soothing circles on Sumire's back. Easy now. What happened? Someone I know got into an accident. Oh no. Are they alright? No. He passed away. Oh no. Oh no. I'm so sorry, Sumire. Chiharu quickly engulfs Sumire in a hug. Sumire returns her embrace but shakes her head profusely. I didn't know him that well, but it's just someone overheard the news and made a really scary comment. Okay. Oh? We sink into an uncomfortable silence. Chiharu and I exchange worried looks over Sumire's head. After a moment, I decide to ask, who was the person that passed? Mamoru Subaru. He's a senior like you. He got into an automobile accident yesterday. Ooh, I remember something about there being an automobile-related incident when Ember perks up about it. That's unfortunate. Yeah. What did the other person say? Well, the girls were being a bit mean-spirited. They didn't like Subaru because he was trying to ask out one of her friends, but then Ember kind of overheard our conversation and said that since the girls don't respect the dead, they should try dying. Oh, Ember again. It got heated from there, so I just slipped away. I'm so sorry, Sumire. It's not your fault. Thanks for being here for me. Of course, that's what friends are for, right, Chiharu? Mm-hmm. You guys are the best, you know that. Don't let Kanako know, though. Wait, what did I hear about me not knowing something? We spend the rest of lunch chatting. Chiharu and I keeping the topics light. Sumire is still a bit shaken through it all. But at least when the bell rings, she bounces off with a smile. Chiharu's own fate as Sumire disappears around the corner though. I hope Sumire will be fine. Same. We exchange a worried look. That Ember sure sounds like trouble though. Quietly we part ways before class, mind heavy with thoughts. What happened at school stays with me through the day. I didn't get to see Sumire or Chiharu after school, so that leaves me with an uneasy mood. With nothing else to keep me occupied, I decided to work on a draft for our article. As submission is a day away, Chiharu has been putting in a lot of work, so I figure I'll do my part and get more research done for her drafts. Chiharu and I have decided to work on a couple of small topics. As per Sumire's suggestion, hobbyist and trend columns are usually quite short, so she has suggested we do 2 separate topics. Chiharu has chosen to write about current fashion trends. Much to my surprise, meanwhile I haven't really decided on what to do yet. I can cover the newest games in the market, or the new trending manga, but I feel like neither would be appropriate for a school paper. I think manga would be more diverse. A gossip column would be too much, and I've never been the gossipy type. Despite having to listen to Chiharu and Sumire every day, I could talk about Kamachi's highlights or places of interest in town, but I feel like that would be redundant. Needless to say, I'm at a loss of what to do. My eyes dart to my phone. Maybe it's time to admit defeat and ask for some help. Kanako. Very interesting in this tale. Okay folks, I think we're going to leave it off here at this point in time. Write down in the comment section below as to who I should call. And would this be a ending decider outcome depending on who we call? But this is a very fun little scenario. It's kind of very, very different in comparison to what we would usually go through. Like, I've accepting the initial meeting of, the initial invitation of going to be a cult club, and then meeting Ember, and then looking around, and then asking for Shizeo and Emery, which I would believe would be before Shizeo signed up for the journalism club. Because in this case, we didn't go to the Occult Club, so therefore we didn't ask around and therefore bump into Emery and Shizeo when they were arguing outside of the school building. They were still in school grounds, but they were still within, well, outside the school building. So I'd imagine also they would give Emery an exception towards the club roles, considering because she is the high priestess of the town and she has a lot of important duties. I think she's also in faculty as well, organising that, because she's management and all that sort of shenanigans. Like, even the teachers are afraid of her. That's how cold she is. If you've played through the game already yourselves, you would know about what Emery is like. But I still think that going through the official articles would be more Emery related, and hobbyists would be more related towards Shizeo, because hobbies, going through different stuff that people do rather than what the officials say, is kind of a thing. Thank you so much for watching, guys. This has been Missing Time at this point in time, and we shall see each other in the next time of this game, where we'll be making either one of these 2 choices. Write down in the comment section below of what you think I should choose, or if you've played through this game already, then don't put spoilers in. Just be like, well, if you choose this option, then you'll get this well, not this outcome, but you get a surprise of sorts. But just keep it very, very minimalistic and basic, almost as if you want to surprise someone without giving away any details. Right folks, thank you so much for watching. This has been a long enough outro, and please make sure to look at this game if you haven't done so already. There's a link down in the description below where you can purchase this game for yourselves. And see you all in the next time. Have a lovely day and take care of yourselves.